I wake up to the sound of my alarm, groaning like a beaten drum. It's 5:30 a.m., and my brain is already protesting. I've been a TV host for 5 years, and some days feel like I've been running a marathon while juggling flaming torches. The first thing I do is scroll my phone, mostly to remind myself of the emails I haven't answered, the guests I haven't confirmed, and the script I promised I'd read last night. Spoiler, I didn't read it. Coffee is non-negotiable. I can't function without it. And yet, even with a cup in my hand, my thoughts are a tangled mess. Will the segment flow today? Did I remember the guest's name correctly? Why do I suddenly feel like everyone hates me before 6 a.m.? By 6 a.m., I'm dressed and on my way to the studio. Traffic is a nightmare, and every honk feels like the universe mocking me. I practice my smile in the rearview mirror, knowing full well that the second I step on set, everything will feel artificial. TV smiles are weird things. They're plastered on your face like stickers, and if you try too hard, people can see right through you. At the studio, it's chaos disguised as professionalism. Producers rush by, holding coffee cups and clipboards like life rafts. Makeup artists swarm me, painting a version of me that's palatable for millions of strangers. More blush, someone says. I nod, internally screaming. By 7 a.m., I look in the mirror, barely recognizing myself. This version of me is shiny, rehearsed, and screaming internally to go back to bed. Rehearsals start. We run to the script again. I stumble over my words. The teleprompter freezes. The floor manager gives me a look that could freeze lava. It's live TV. Anything can go wrong, and usually does. I take a deep breath, trying to remind myself why I do this. There's a thrill in connecting with strangers. There's a rush in hearing a laugh from the audience or spontaneous comment from a guest that makes me feel alive. Most people only see the polished version. They don't see the panic behind the smiles, the frantic scribbling on cue cards, the whispers of, "Please, not today," when the camera rolls. By 9 a.m., the first live segment begins. I greet the audience like we're old friends, my voice steady, my eyes sparkling. Inside, I'm thinking, did I mess up the cue for the guest? Did I look ridiculous just now? Why did I just call someone sir when they clearly said madam? The camera cuts to commercial, and I exhale like I've just climbed Everest. Backstage, someone hands me a snack, which tastes like disappointment and stale bread. I laugh because there's nothing else to do. This is my life. Snacks, sandwiches, and adrenaline. Interviews are a minefield. Guests are unpredictable. Some are charming. Some are awkward. Some are famous for being famous. I have to make everyone comfortable, while also remembering my lines, my questions, my facial expressions, my timing. It's exhausting. Once, a guest cried on air. I held their hand, tried to make a joke, all while thinking, please don't make me cry too. Between segments, there's paperwork, emails, social media posts, sponsor calls. I didn't realize that being a TV host meant being a secretary, a PR agent, a therapist, a performer, and occasionally a babysitter. There's no downtime, not really. Even the bathroom breaks are scheduled. Sometimes I catch glimpses of reality. The crew joking in corners, the janitor humming a song nobody remembers, the quiet moments when the lights are off and I can just sit. Those moments feel like gold. It reminds me that there's a life outside the cameras. But only for a minute, because the next guest is arriving, the next segment is about to roll, and the adrenaline kicks in again. Lunchtime is a myth. I eat while running through scripts. Once, I accidentally bit into my pen. Not the first time I've been distracted while eating at work. Some days I forget to drink water. My voice gets hoarse, my energy wanes, and the smile becomes harder to maintain. The afternoon is a blur. Segments blend into one another. Breaking news interrupts rehearsals. Suddenly, I have to be serious, authoritative, empathetic, and quick on my feet. One time, a technical error meant I had to ad-lib for 10 minutes straight. I think I invented a new language that day. The camera doesn't care if you're human. It just records. The emotional moments hit unexpectedly. A human interest story can leave me teary behind the scenes. A letter from a viewer can make me rethink why I do this job. And then, 5 minutes later, I'm back to cracking a joke about celebrity shoes because the show must go on. The juxtaposition is exhausting. It's raw, messy, and beautiful. By late afternoon, the adrenaline fades. I start feeling the weight of the day. Feet ache. Back aches. My brain is fried. Yet, I still have to smile for the cameras, shake hands with sponsors, and nod in agreement at discussions about segments I no longer remember. The final live segment airs. The studio empties. I sit in the quiet for a moment, letting the hum of the lights remind me that I survived another day. The makeup comes off, revealing the tired, unpolished version of myself. I look in the mirror and laugh. Who am I, really? A performer, a fraud, a storyteller, a person who talks to cameras like they're friends? All of it, I guess. Driving home. The city is loud and indifferent. I think about the emails waiting for me, the script for tomorrow, the social media comments, some cruel, some kind, all distracting. But I also think about the little moments. The spontaneous laugh with a guest, a genuine compliment from a crew member, a child watching the show at home. Those moments remind me why I endure the chaos. By the time I walk through my door, I'm exhausted. I flop onto the couch. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I just stare at the ceiling, replaying every word, every smile, every awkward pause. And then, somewhere deep inside, a tiny voice whispers, "You'll do it again tomorrow." Because despite the stress, the madness, the sleepless nights, the public scrutiny, the relentless pace, the job is exhilarating. It's the strangest, most human mix of joy and misery, a constant balancing act between who I am and who I have to be on screen. And though most people only see the final polished product, the truth is far messier, far funnier, far more exhausting. I am a TV host, and sometimes it really does suck. But somehow, in all the chaos, the laughter, the tears, the technical mishaps, the last-minute rewrites, the awkward interviews, the caffeine-fueled panic, I survive. I smile. I talk to the camera like it's my friend. I live another day in this absurd, beautiful circus. And then I do it all over again tomorrow.